Alright, so I just had a chance to see Bullet Train, and I thought it was a total blast. Bullet Train follows Brad Pitt as Ladybug, this assassin who doesn't want to live that life anymore. He wants to go on the straight and narrow. He's got another job coming up from his handler where he's got to pick up this briefcase. The only problem is there's a bunch of assassins on this train, this bullet train, in Japan with him after the same item. And this movie has a whole rogues gallery of great actors in here. We have Aaron Taylor Johnson, Brian Tyree Henry, Joey King, even Bad Bunny is in here, Sandra Bullock, and there's also a ton of cameos you have not seen yet, so I'm not going to ruin it here for you. So Bullet Train is a tough movie to really talk about because it's one that you're either going to really, really love or you're going to absolutely despise. For me, I really love the post-Tarantino knockoff movies. You know, those movies that came out between like 2005 and 2007, Smokin' Aces, Shoot 'Em Up, Crank, Rock and Rolla, all those movies. Those were movies that I rented from Blockbuster with my dad all the time, and I had a ton of fun watching those. And Bullet Train feels very much in that wheelhouse. It's over the top, it's bombastic, it thinks it's cooler than what it actually is, but I felt like it was part of its charm, a lot of those things. And credit where credit's due, David Leitch directed the hell out of this thing. He's the guy behind Deadpool 2, he's one of the directors behind the first John Wick, and he's also done Atomic Blonde as well. And I believe he's also produced Nobody, which is a film I absolutely love. But what I like about David Leitch is that he knows how to direct action. He's not afraid to give you something that's colorful and fun and vibrant. And that's another highlight of the movie, is the fight scenes. The fight scenes, the choreography, the cinematography at which they shoot these scenes. It's all A+. It's really awesome, especially for modern blockbusters where we really don't get to see great fight scenes in big Hollywood movies. It's usually CGI muddled stunt guy stuff. But the ones that are really good, Mission Impossible, John Wick, they really stand out. There's a fight scene in The Quiet Cart, and it's one of my favorite scenes in the movie. It's between Brian Tyree Henry and Brad Pitt. You've seen that scene in the trailer. It's even better in the film. It provided me and my audience with a ton of laughs. And I gotta talk about Brad Pitt, man. They don't make movie stars like they used to. I talk about this with Gabe on the live show all the time. They don't make movie stars anymore. We have Tom Cruise, he's doing his thing. But another guy that's been delivering really great performances in what he's called his third act of his career is Brad Pitt. Cliff Booth, one of my favorite movie characters of all time. I love him in the Oceans film. But he's so much fun as Ladybug. He kind of reminds me of a cross between the dude from The Big Lebowski, and he's got this I don't want no trouble Jackie Chan thing going on in like Rumble in the Bronx or something, and it works perfectly. The way they handle his character is so great, and Brad Pitt is so funny in this and so charming. But who else is a standout? I gotta say, Lemon and Tangerine, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson and Brian Tyree Henry, who is just popping off. That dude, every time I see him in something, he's a complete joy. I know everybody loves him in Atlanta. I thought he was great in Widows. Eternals, he was a really big shining star in that movie. Not a great movie, but I thought he was awesome in it. And man, do I love him in this. These two work perfectly. They're almost like the British Jules and Vincent from Pulp Fiction, and I was so interested in everything they did with those characters. I would love a spin-off with these two. They almost feel like they're coming out of a Guy Ritchie film. I know this movie is getting a lot of comparisons to Guy Ritchie as well. I agree with that. I like Guy Ritchie. I like Rock and Roll. I like Snatch. So why not? But these two definitely stole the show. And the rest of the cast is pretty awesome. Everybody's playing this cartoony, over-the-top assassin, so they're all awesome in their roles. Joey King is great. We have a ton of cameos. Again, I don't want to ruin them for you, but Zazie Beetz is also very good in this. And it's really the highlights of this movie. You come here for the cast, the action sequences, and just the comedy. The comedy works very well. Some of the jokes don't land, but I'll get to that in a moment. As for my negatives, I mean, really, it's the third act does go a tad bit long, and I've seen some others complain about this too. It does go a little long. The CGI with the train sequence near the end, it's not the best. It's something that took me out of it. I noticed it. But other than a couple of nitpicks I have with the film, man, I had a blast with this. I think this movie is a total blast from beginning to end. It won't be for everybody. If you're not going to be into something that's hyper violent and cartoony and really just hitting you over the face with a ton of quick montage editing and over stylized direction, you're not going to like this movie. But if you enjoy movies like some Joe Carnahan films or Guy Ritchie post Tarantino stuff, I think you're really, really going to have a fun time with this. It's a crowd pleaser. It's got a ton of heart to it as well. Surprisingly, there's a big heart to the story for all the characters. They all have some angle there where you really feel for them. It's not just Ladybug, it's all the characters that you have this understanding and feel for. And the villain I thought was definitely pretty good. I don't want to ruin who it is because I'm not sure if they've been marketing him. I can't remember. But I thought everybody from top to bottom on this cast was really fun, and that's what really got me excited. Bad Bunny, hey, some people might come to this movie for Bad Bunny. He's honestly pretty good in this. And his scene with Brad Pitt, the fight scene that you see in the trailers, awesome. Really fun. This has been a damn good closing to summer movie season. It's got to be one of the last blockbusters coming out, probably until the fall, I'm guessing. I know we have Prey on Hulu, which I'm going to check out and get a review out for you guys as well, but I really dug this one. I know Gabe said this might be his favorite movie of the year. He really loved this movie. So I'll be interested to talk about that with him on the Thursday show. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of Bullet Train when you get a chance to see it. It's going to be in theaters this Friday. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you on the live show.